I think one of the best things about this school is how accepting and diverse the school is. One of the things I always get over and over again from families is that everybody's very accepting of students. They're very inclusive of programs. And I think that's the second thing, is how many program offerings that our school offers for kids. It really meets all their needs. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it would probably be a giraffe. I love giraffes because they're so unique in their shape. They also have a great advantage over most animals, where they get to go up really, really high and see things that most animals don't. And they can also see things down very, very low. My weekends are pretty busy. They're actually busier than my work week. I have 3 children that are very active in sports and extracurricular activities, ranging from being in dance, swim, to baseball, football, basketball, almost every single sport. Each of my 3 kids play at least 2 or 3 sports themselves. So I often refer to my wife and myself as being their managers. And also their Ubers, where we're transporting them around to different sporting events. So a lot of time my weekend is spent with my kids, helping them out with sports and doing any other fun things they want to do. Life was like in the 1990s. It was very different. We didn't have cell phones like we do today. We did have computers and the internet, but it wasn't like what we have today. So things as far as the pace was a little bit different. But for me personally, high school was really about social connection with my friends, also the athletic piece. So I played a lot of sports. And then also, of course, academics. Academics was really important to me. I struggled sometimes through high school, but I realized when I finished up high school and I started going to college, this is where I wanted to be, was in education. Never. I don't think there's too many kids that grow up to have an aspiration of being an assistant principal. You kind of fall into this role, this leadership role. I knew after high school, based on the influences of a lot of teachers that I did have, that I did want to be a teacher. And I do love telling stories, and that's why one of the areas that I focused on when I was in college was history. And then as I was a teacher, I loved working with students, and not just in the capacity of being in a classroom, but also being outside the classroom and also helping kids as much as I possibly could. But no, I never thought I would be an assistant principal, and I would tell you most of my friends and my parents never ever expected that I would be an assistant principal.